Say hi, Mason.
Hi, Mason.
Mason will be on the FaceTime there because he lives far away.
Too far.
We did the intro on the other card, but now anyway, I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. We got Mason here on the FaceTime. I'm sure you can see him once it's on your TV or laptop or whatever you watch YouTube on.
This trip was planned in very short notice, probably in about 2 weeks. So that last 2 weeks we were really jacked to get out there, hunting the rut in Missouri. The cold front that was coming in came in perfect timing. So this is the story of the November rut in Missouri, and we'll take you to it.
We're gonna hunt the rut in Missouri. Be there in 5 hours and 20 minutes. That's nothing, dude. Nothing. We'll be there around 11 o'clock.
Get you up or get you down. I was here, so were you. You came and went. I stuck around.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I'm running.
We have made it. You could see what the temperature change had done. There was deer running around everywhere. We saw over 20 dead deer on the way there. The farther north you got, the more deer there were on the roads. So you could definitely see it, and you could understand why there were so many people out there hunting. After the long drive to Missouri, it really wasn't that bad. It was about 5 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. 6 hours with stops. We stopped and got some breakfast and stuff like that. But we were just kind of wore out, and I think listening to so many podcasts, we had so much going through our mind about what we were going to do. But so
we were excited to be there,
yeah,
but worn out from the drive, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So we kind of got out. We went and looked at the lake that we were hunting, and we were in the truck so long you could immediately feel the temperature change when you stepped outside. It was like a shock to us. And then
it was cold.
we just kind of stretched our legs, goofed around, and had some fun, basically. Getting ready for the week's hunt. When we're out there, we're go the whole time. So you kind of have to have that little break in between driving and go.
Just kind of like reset, get ready for what we're about to go through. We were beating our bodies up for a week, so
yeah.
It was good to kind of release some of the drive and then get ready for that pressure and everything that's going on.
Yep.
We'll see how the next. Don't even want to shrink. Don't have oxygen. But we're gonna kind of stretch a little bit and then get ready to drive around. Get out of the way.
Oh, we're also gonna do. I just thought of it.
So swimming.
A rock skipping competition.
One skip, guaranteed change. Ah! Two, got him, two, skip. 1, 2, shit.
So, going into the next morning, we kind of knew we had a game plan that we have incorporated this year more so than any other year, and that's we're going around, we're driving around like first light, and we're in the prime spots at first light, and we're glassing fields. We're seeing if there's anything crossing the roads. We're glassing the woods as far in as we can see, and this is just to find out what's going on first of all, and then second where the deer are, because if they're in one area in the morning, they're most likely going to be there in the evening or the next morning, for sure almost all the time. That's what we've found at least. So we did drive around that next morning. We saw one buck coming in, I believe, that wasn't on public, and he was with a doe, and he was a giant. And then we got a video. We didn't get a video of him. It was dark still, but we did get a video of another buck that was really, really nice. He ran from public onto private, and I actually video him on private so you can see him kind of running over there. And so we really got our game plan together, figured out what we wanted to do, and kind of went from there on it. Yeah, so our first encounter with this massive deer.
It was a crazy experience. It's like, cause us being from Texas, we're not seeing deer of this caliber out here, body size and antler size out here. So it was kind of a weird experience seeing something like that, just standing in the middle of a dry lake bed, like tending a doe. So it was something we're not used to. So we glassed him up and pulled him in the parking lot, and immediately, we could tell he's a mature buck. We figured, let's try to, put a stock on him if we can. And then a spike jumps out and is standing there 40 yards from us, just kind of looking at us, and then blows, and then he runs right towards where that bucket doe were laying, or standing at least, where he was, holding that doe, and he keeps blowing. So we get out to our glassing point. We don't see the deer. We don't know if they're laying down or if they're gone. So we act like they're still laying down. Okay, so we try to kind of creep out in this area, get super low, stop every couple of minutes to glass for a few minutes, see if we can see anything moving, an ear flick, something, an antler move. We end up not seeing him.
Red means it's going. So, yeah, we went and hunted the other piece of public again, the larger one, for, I believe, 1 or 2 hunts. I can't remember if it was a morning, evening, or what we did. May have just been the morning.
It was an evening, morning.
Evening, morning. Okay, so we gave that spot a little rest. After our morning hunt that next day, we decided, okay, let's drive back over there, because it was stuck in the back of our minds seeing that buck there, and see if we can figure this deer out. So we walk basically the opposite way of where we tried to stalk the deer when he was out in the field, and ended up running into just one of probably the most sign I've ever seen as far as collective area and how small the area was. So it's really, really hard to pass that up. We ended up finding a really, really fresh scrape. Just keep your eye.
So after the first shot, the deer just collapsed right there, fell straight to the ground. Looking back at the film, he was quartering to me a lot more than I thought he was. So I don't think I didn't hit spine, so I'm not sure how he just collapsed right there. But he was still alive it would have been a lethal shot the way I shot him. He was still alive, so I ended up picking up another arrow, placing one more shot. It was a hard shot, so that one was over very quickly. it was the wildest hunt that I've ever been on, just because of how close this deer got. The immediate drop of the deer when hitting him, then the follow-up shot, and just all the crazy emotions that come along with having a mature buck that close to you guys in 14 yards in a tree. So that was just a wild experience. I still don't think it's really settled in with me on how crazy that whole interaction was with seeing this deer the day before, trying to spot him stock, not getting it, seeing him come to 14 yards, getting an immediate shot where he goes down. So it's, you're not tracking anything. The second shot was perfect. So just, getting down out of the tree, walking 10 yards and putting your hands on this thing was just an insane situation. I wouldn't want it to happen any other way, but it was just nuts. It really was.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you can tell our emotions in this next video.
Yeah, emotions don't lie.
Okay, this is our second and a half day in Missouri. November.
How many hunts?
4? No. 2 yesterday, 2 today, 5. This is our 5th hunt. So 5th hunt, we came to this spot that was just 150 acres. Just a fucking little piece of public.
This is actually the buck we saw with the doe, too.
So this buck was with
I'm fucking shaking, dude.
This buck was with a doe yesterday, and we drove in this place probably around like 10 a.m. and he was with a doe out in the middle of this what we used to be a lake, but it's now just an empty field. And I'm shaking.
The camera's like.
So we see this big buck, and we're like, okay, we got a plan. We got to go after him. So we go around the other side of it. We bump up a spike and a doe, and couldn't get to the piece that we wanted to get to quick enough before they probably took off. So we hunted somewhere else, let us rest for a day. Then we came back this afternoon after our morning hunt, and then we kind of just walked around, scouted, and we saw, the freshest scrape that either one of us have ever seen. But we came in here, and then we're like, okay, if this scrape is gonna be super fresh, it's November 7th, there's does all around here that I would feel like you're in heat, so we need to get out here. So we got out to this scrape. We set up 14 yards from this scrape. We see 2 doe about an hour and a half before the end of legal shooting light, and it started walking about 120 yards from us. About 15 minutes ago, I look over where I think a buck's gonna come from, because it's thick cover, and I see a giant. I'm like, oh, buck, big buck. And Shane's like, where? And he's walking this field edge, basically coming in from thick cover out into more open timber, and he started walking, and we thought he was gonna skirt us, be 80 yards away from us. But I was like, man, that scrape is super fresh. This had to be one of the bucks that hit this thing. So we were like, okay. So we watch him walk down this thing, and he just takes a 90-degree left turn. And I was like, dude, he's gonna go hit the scrape at 14 yards. He's gonna hit this scrape. So he walks up, he's walking right at us, and Shane's like, are you gonna kill him? And I was like, I'm gonna wait till he hits this scrape, because I know he'll hit it if he comes in here.
Yeah, he was right there broadside, and I was like, and he paused for a second. I was like, you gonna kill him? And he's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's walking right towards the scrape, and I was like, I know he's gonna hit the scrape. He's not gonna walk past this thing. He's gonna scent check it, and he's gonna hit it. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till he hits it, so all of his attention is on that scrape. I'm cussing a lot, sorry.
Yeah, stop cussing.
So
I'm gonna have to bleep all these out.
I know, sorry. So he walks in, hits the scrape. I draw when he starts hitting it, and at 14 yards, he was facing right at me. Everyone says don't take the shot that's facing right at you, but and it's Missouri, and I'm taking the shot, dude. We're out here for a week, and that's it. So take the shot, dropped him. He just fell straight to the ground. I just wanted, he didn't die, so I put one more arrow in him right in the heart, and he died right there. So
what are you doing?
Packing up the stuff.
By the way, everyone, this is as far out as this this lens zoom. I'm pretty sure I had it all the way out.
Yeah.
And it was him the whole frame.
We're leaving Missouri.
We're just getting everything kind of straightened up here. I think Mason's soaking it in before we go put hands on this
100%.
thing. There's the tree. There's the deer. It's literally 14 yards. I'm gonna switch over to the other camera.
Let's go put our hands on this thing.
Me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So
Yeah. Well, ride a buck tags in Missouri, so
yeah, man, that was fucking, I don't know, we had a great time.